Trump started posting 6 posts in 45 minutes, each one angrier and less coherent than the last. The first called Carney the most UN-grateful leader of any country and declared that Canada would be nothing without America. The second accused Canada of ripping off the United States for decades and expressed outrage that its PM would go on TV to brag about it. The third threatened the most severe economic measures ever imposed on a so-called ally, a threat with no specifics and no parameters. The kind of open-ended commitment that constrains the person making it far more than the person receiving it. The fourth, fifth, and sixth post devolved into personal attacks on Carney, his Goldman Sachs background, globalist banker, his years running the Bank of England. He's not even really Canadian. His economic record, Canada's economy, is a disaster. 6 posts, 45 minutes, 0 policy specifics, 0 coordination with advisors, 0 consultation with the economic team, the trade policy staff, or the diplomatic corps. Pure impulse, channeled through a phone at 7 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. And each post backed the president further into a corner because every public threat demands a follow-through. And none of these threats had been vetted by the people who would need to execute them. At 8 a.m., Trump stopped for cameras on the White House South Lawn before departing for an event. He amplified the social media attacks on live television, adding 3 specific threats that his own advisors reportedly learned about by watching the broadcast. Potential banking restrictions on Canadian financial institutions operating in the United States and energy import freeze on Canadian crude oil, and possible initiation of USMCA withdrawal proceedings. 3 specific economic threats made on camera to the entire world. None of them discussed with the economic team beforehand. None reviewed for legal feasibility. None assessed for market impact, unintended consequences, or retaliatory exposure. An economic advisor was visible in the background, reportedly on the phone within seconds, attempting to determine whether the president's improvised commitments were even legally executable. The trap was set, and Trump had set it on himself. By making specific threats publicly on camera, he committed himself to positions that would be devastating to walk back, weakness, and devastating to follow through on self-harm. The only question was how Canada would respond. And the answer, when it came 4 and 1/2 hours later, revealed something that changes how we should understand this entire trade conflict. From 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., Carney said nothing. 4 and 1/2 hours of silence. The media speculated feverishly. Pundits debated whether Carney was scrambling to formulate a response or whether Canada was too frightened to engage. Trump allies celebrated. He's afraid to respond. Canada knows it's outmatched. Carney is hiding. Conservative commentators declared victory by noon. They were reading the silence exactly wrong. Carney wasn't deliberating, he was activating. The response package had been prepared weeks earlier, one of several pre-built counterstrike protocols that Carney's team had designed for exactly this kind of provocation. The 4.5-hour window wasn't decision time, it was verification time, confirming that Allied leaders' statements were finalized, verifying that the economic countermeasures were legally activated, and calibrating the timing so that Carney's response would land after markets had priced Trump's threats. But before the trading day ended, maximizing the market impact of the counterstrike. The silence wasn't hesitation, it was staging, and at 12:30 p.m., the stage was set. Carney delivered a 15-minute address from the floor of Canada's Parliament. Calm, measured, data-heavy, the rhetorical opposite of Trump's morning in every conceivable dimension. Where Trump had shouted, Carney spoke quietly. Where Trump had insulted, Carney cited statistics.